Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to an excited Wrestling Days, because this isn't a video we normally do at this time of year. But what with it being the holiday season, what with it being a case that we know everything that's come out, we know everything that's coming out, it just makes sense to do the video now so that you guys can get your Christmas lists done. It might give you some gift ideas as well. This is my top WWE Mattel Elite figures of 2018, and I'm not doing a top 10 like a lot of other YouTube channels. I'm not even doing a top 20. I'm doing a top 30. A top 30 WWE Elite figures of 2018. This is going to take quite a bit of time to go through, so let's get straight to it. At number 30, I have got Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa DIY. This is the Hall of Champions figures. I think both of them look fantastic. Face scans look great. They come with belts. They come with entrance vests. I do think they could make slight improvements to both, but nothing that drastic. Maybe just a more animated facial expression. So I couldn't separate them, so I've put them in at number 30 as DIY. Next up, I've got Doink the Clown. This is the Flashback Doink. This was a great series, and Doink, I think, really stands out. Again, not my favourite Doink. They have done a Doink in the Elite line, which I thought had a slightly better ring attire, but still, I didn't have a Doink. So I do now, and I think it looks really great on the shelf. Like, it really grabs people's attention, because what a colourful character he was. Next up, we've got Razor Ramon. This, again, the same series, the Flashback series. I think this figure is awesome. This is like promo Razor Ramon. This isn't what he used to wrestle in. So it's a bit of a different look for Razor. They already made a defining moments Razor in his wrestling attire that I just think is one of the all-time best figures. This doesn't quite reach that level, which is why it can't break into my top 20. But it's still a fantastic figure. Next, we got Shark. This was the San Diego Comic-Con figure this year. It was also available in shops at certain retailers. I thought they did a great job with this. This isn't a figure I was expecting to get. So the fact that they made it and released it, yeah, it was a real surprise. Next up, we got Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. Again, this is that same Flashback series as the Razor Ramon and Doink the Clown. The fourth figure in that series was Alundra Blaze, and she almost made my top 30. This really was one of the best series that got released in 2018. The Shawn Michaels, though, Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. A lot of people were waiting for one of those. They had done one before as a ringside collectibles exclusive, I believe. But this was obviously now more readily available for people, and it was an awesome figure. Next up, we got Finn Balor. This is Top Picks. This is Finn Balor from his WrestleMania attire. This is, I think, all-inclusive Balor Club is what he called it, which is why the logo and parts of his ring attire have got that rainbow colour effect. Very cool. This obviously is one of the first elites of Finn that isn't Demon King, so very, very cool that this, again, is readily available for people, and definitely worth a look. Sticking with ringside collectibles, their Matt Hardy ECW Championship figure I thought was great. I thought it was a great Matt Hardy, and I love the fact that we can now get that version of the ECW Championship. It wasn't available before. It is available now with this figure, and I think it looks very cool. Sticking with the Hardy Boys, we've got the Epic Moments Hardy Boys pack. This was one of the most sought after packs of 2018. Didn't make it here in the UK. It never got shipped over, which was a real shame, and I know it was like selling out in the US Both figures look great. You get massive ladder accessories as well. This was a great pack. Next up, we're going back to the flashbacks. I'm a big fan of that range. Mean Gene Okerlund. Mean Gene, again, someone I didn't think that we would ever get. Like, I would have thought they would have made him by now if we were going to get him. I feel like they did do a Mean Gene as a builder figure. I'd have to look into that, but it doesn't matter. We got an elite Mean Gene, and I absolutely loved it. Next, we've got Kevin Owens, Elite 61. Such an important figure. You could really see that True FX face scan technology starting to come through. This is easily the best Kevin Owens face scan we have ever had. The only downside was that the hair was too short, but that's because he did have his hair like this, but only for a very short period of time, and it just so happens that's the figure that it was based on. So I'm sure we will get better Kevin Owens, but this was a massive step, a giant leap in the right direction. Next up, again, I couldn't separate these. American Alpha from Elite 59. This is the best Chad Gable figure we've ever had. Jason Jordan, I think, was a high standard anyway, and this is absolutely fine. Love the ring attire. Comes with championship belts as well. This for me is the best way to get American Alpha. So you did need to buy two elites. These were two separate elites, but again, I couldn't separate them. If I really had to choose, I'd probably say Chad Gable, because I do think that his figures have improved over time, whereas they just nailed Jason Jordan from the start. Number 19, I've got the New Day. I've done it again. I find it really hard to separate the tag teams. So this has got Big E from Elite 61, which was a 10 out of 10 figure. Absolutely stunning. And then Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston from Elite 60. This, for me, is the best version of the New Day. It's the most colourful. I think I wouldn't change anything about them. I think they look absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, big fan of Elite 61 and Elite 60 New Day figures. Number 18, we've got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. This is a brand new flashback figure. Comes with a cloth top. We have had a basic Ricky Steamboat, very similar to this, but this is the Elite, and I think it looks absolutely awesome. Number 17, Rikishi Hall of Champions. Comes with a belt, comes with that big smiling facial expression, comes with that great fabric robe as well. So much to love about that figure. It was always going to be in my top 20. Next, we've got Elite 62 Sting. The reason this is in is because originally this was meant to be Enzo Amore, but Enzo obviously left, so they had to replace Enzo. So they literally took Sting, the defining moments, and they repainted it. Now, I know a repaint is a bit frustrating because you might have this figure already, but they've repainted it, they've done a great job with it, and then they threw a championship belt in as well. And they're now selling it at an elite price, not a defining moments price. So you are really getting a defining moments and more at a cheaper price. How was this figure not going to make my list? Plus, I love Sting. Next up, we got Randy Orton, the WrestleMania Elite. I think this might be the best Randy Orton figure they've ever made. It looks stunning. It's Randy Orton right now with that jacket, with all the tattoo detail. It's not Legend Killer or anything like that. This is bang up to date, and I think it's a really strong figure. Again, with True FX, I think they can go further with it, but this is the best Randy Orton figure in my opinion. Next up, we got Triple H Elite 60. This is the best Triple H figure in my opinion. Again, bang up to date. Just looks so cool. Just looks like he does now. I don't know if this is True FX. I feel like it is. I feel like it could be. Just because I feel like we have taken a step forward with this Triple H. It's very cool. I absolutely love it. Number 13, Flashback figure again. We got Yokozuna. I love this figure. He's so big, so imposing. Plus, he's got his iconic ring attire and that robe. That robe. They have released this figure before in the main Elite line, but I never got it when it came out. So the fact I was able to get it here and in this series, I didn't expect it. And I absolutely love this figure. Next up, another Flashback. This is Harley Race, King Harley Race. Another person that I didn't expect to get ever again. They have made Harley Race before. I think the face scan is stunning. I think the detail on the robe and the crown, such a great figure. I know a lot of you out there might not know who Harley Race is, but I'm telling you, they have nailed this one. Number 11, Epic Moments, Undisputed Era, 3 first time to line figures, all 3 look stunning. The only reason this isn't higher is because it has such a high price. You know, it is Epic Moments, it is 3 figures. They are Elite figures. It's such a great pack, such a great pack. Just can't break into my top 10. Although have a look, see if you can find any deals on it, because if you can find it at a good price, I'm telling you, this is a top 10 pack, no doubt about it. But that brings us to the top 10. At number 10, Flashback again, Jake the Snake Roberts. This is Jake Roberts, I believe, from 96. I want to say it was his King of the Ring attire when he lost to Stone Cold and Stone Cold cut the Austin 316 promo. So this Jake the Snake, absolutely love it. The detail is stunning. If you've not seen this figure, search for it, check it out, it is stunning. Next up again, number 9, I couldn't separate them easily. The best Uso figures we've ever had, Jimmy and Jey. Elite 64, comes with accessories, jackets, face scans are so much better than the ones that we saw before. Obviously they had released the Usos before as Elites. I believe they were in Elite Series 54 and they were okay. The Jey was really good, but the Jimmy was absolute trash. But they fixed it here, they've more than fixed it. I do love the battle pack that came out this year for Jimmy and Jey, but Elite-wise, easily the best figures of the Usos. Number 8, I've done it again, and I promise this is the last time. The Authors of Pain. The Authors of Pain from Elite 62. Easily, Razar is the better one of the 2 here. But I couldn't not include Akam, because Akam is amazing as well. Like, there's no problems with Akam. It's just that he doesn't have the gritted teeth, the gritted facial expression that Razar does. Razar really is one of the absolute best figures of this year. Together as a tag team, the best tag team that Mattel released this year. No doubt about it. Come with those great NXT belts as well. And they're the current Raw Tag Team Champions. This is the best time to get them. Get the Authors of Pain. I'm telling you now, these figures are fire. Number 7, Jeff Hardy, the entrance great. This figure was obviously Elite Series 1. It never got released because Jeff left. They could release it now that he'd come back, and they nailed it. It's brilliant. He's got the face paint. He's got like the fabric top. It's got the bass that plays his old entrance music. It's just absolutely stunning. They probably will make another Jeff Hardy as good as this, because obviously he wears a lot of face paint again now. But we've not seen one yet. So this is still the best Jeff Hardy figure that they have made. Number 6, Dusty Rhodes, Elite 63. I have a basic Dusty Rhodes that they released, I think it was last year, for SummerSlam, and I love that figure. But they just turned it up with this. They absolutely turned it up. This is the Elite. It comes with a great fabric top, comes with a championship belt. I think he's got a cap and glasses and so much. You're talking about one of the most iconic wrestlers of all time, and they have given him an iconic figure. Number 5, Finn Balor, Demon King. The only reason this isn't higher is because we've had a lot of Demon King figures, and I don't think this is the best. It's still great. It still beats the average figure. It's still going to look stunning if you've got this. I've still got it in my top 5 of the year. But honestly, I don't think it's the best Demon King figure. But that's a conversation for a separate video. Number 4, we got Kurt Angle, Elite 59. This is the best Kurt Angle figure. No doubt about that in my mind. I love that entrance jacket. I love everything about this figure. I think they just absolutely nailed it. You don't need another Kurt Angle if you've got this. It's absolutely brilliant. Next, the Honky Tonk Man Retrofest figure. What's really interesting about this, I gave this a day's rating. So that means that all the figures from this point have to be days rated. And this is number 3. A lot of you, that when you clicked on this, might have just straight away thought he's going to have Honky Tonk Man at number 1. Ha! Surprise! He's number 3. The Honky Tonk Man with that great jumpsuit. So much detail on it. Breakable guitar. The only thing that lets it down... it doesn't even let it down. It's a day's rating. I wouldn't change anything. But maybe just more of an animated face. I do like animated facial expressions, but it's not enough to take a day's rating away. So we're into our top 2. These are 2 figures that I have never reviewed before. Both of them days rated figures. So you are finding out some big news on this video. So number 2, Shinsuke Nakamura from Elite 63. This is a day's rating. I was lucky enough to see this figure in person at Wrestling Shop Live, and it is stunning. It is as if they have taken Shinsuke and shrunk him down. The face scan, I think, could be the best face scan I have ever seen. Full stop. Ever seen. Like, it takes your breath away. That's what the day's rating is there for. It's the kind of figure that you stop in your tracks when you go, whoa, whoa, that is next level. We're talking next level. Shinsuke Nakamura, the accessories are fine. Comes with a great entrance jacket. Comes with changeable hands, and I'm a big fan of that. I mean, the changeable hands means you can be more expressive now. This is the best Shinsuke figure, no doubt in my mind. I don't know how they improve it. They could only change the accessories. Maybe give us a different head. I don't know. It's so perfect. I don't know how they improve it. So number 1, my favourite Elite figure of this year. Ultimate Warrior Hall of Champions. This Warrior figure is stunning. Like, it's just absolutely stunning. Again, I'm not sure if True Effects is in work here. They had great Warriors before, but I just love everything about this. This has got the animated facial expression. Comes with a belt that I don't believe we've had before. It is the Winged Eagle, but I don't think we've had it on that strap. It's a bit of a different look for the Warrior. His hair is a bit more slicked back. And it's stunning. I wouldn't change anything about it. It is right up there. This figure, when I started doing this video, I knew this was my number 1. I knew this was the figure. So I don't see anything changing this as my number 1. I absolutely love it. I think it's the best Warrior we've ever had, and that is saying a lot, because there has been some stunning defining moments. Absolutely stunning defining moments. There's been stunning Elites and Basics, but this one just blows my mind. The only thing that I've seen that might beat it, that I think could take it to the next level, is next year we're getting the Ultimate Warrior Ultimate Edition. That is going to have better articulation, more heads, more hands. It's going to have a higher price point, but that could beat this as the best Warrior. but it's not out until next year. And that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sure you're screaming figures like Braun Strowman or Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins or all of these guys at me. And you'd have a very good point. But there's, as I said, a lot that change when it comes to 20 to 30. Some of those that you're shouting at the screen right now might be in my 20 to 30 tomorrow if I was to do this again. But right now, these are the ones that feel right to me. But I would say the top 20 in particular is pretty much locked in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the subscribe, because I want to do my basics of the year, battle packs of the year. We might even have a look at the worst figures of the year as well. So make sure you hit that subscribe. And also give the video a like if you liked it. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. And hopefully see you again next time. Bye for now.